From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise podcast, a Rounded Edge media production. Thank you so much for joining us. And by us, of course, I'm referring to Rick, the Brown Python, Ben, aka Mexican Nostradamus, and myself, Benjamin, here for another fantastic episode. Shout out to Mike Tacklebox for the music. And I think it's official now, and a lot of different people are formally congratulating the president. So with that being said, I believe Rick has some words to say, and I think he wanted to take this time to officially recognize the victor of the 2020 election. Now, I'll pass it to you, Rick. What do you have to say?
Oh, man. You know what? I was going to say something about that, and then I hurt my knee. So, but no, no, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. He is not a legitimate president to me. All right. There were way too many irregularities in this past election for me to comfortably call him president-elect. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. You know what?
Oh, God.
That's how it's going to be. I mean,
oh, God.
You know, the did a forensic analysis of those voting machines. You know, they had an error rate that hasn't been addressed yet. They got to address these issues.
An error rate? Okay.
Yeah, they got to address these issues before I get comfortable calling anybody president. All right. That's just me. If you think about it, and this is not just that, it's the fact that there was a 4-year campaign to get rid of Trump, and they waited to the election to execute whatever plan they had. All right. Maybe if they had played ball with Trump for the last 4 years, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? He lost fair and square. But there's been a concerted effort since day one from this president to get him out. I don't know. It seems fishy to me. I'm sure I'm not the only one. All right. I'm sure there's millions and millions of people who think out there just like I do. And it's got to get looked into. If not, we're just going to be another banana republic who, you know,
banana.
We do. Yes, man. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to be another banana republic where the leaders just rig the elections. Okay. I mean, think about it. Think about this. Let me do a little comparison here. Joe Biden got 98% of the vote in some counties. Okay. Hell, some states. All right. Saddam Hussein got 95%. Okay.
No, he didn't.
95%, man. He couldn't get Saddam Hussein would be so lucky to get 98% of the vote. All right.
Oh my God.
But no, Joe Biden achieved that in his basement.
Oh, keep going.
Joe Biden achieved this major feat in his basement. Okay.
This is healthy. You need to keep doing this.
I do. This is therapy
let it out.
for me, man.
Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Because
it has
you know
to
what?
happen, man. I mean, I got to say it.
Just get it out. Just get it out. I'm proud of you.
You know what? It is what it is, man. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to call him president-elect. I want this shit investigated. I doubt it's going to get investigated.
Just get it out.
But now, you know, I feel what millions of people are feeling, that we now live in a country that's ruled by the elites. It is. The military industrial complex is going to win. China's going to win. Hell, our small businesses are dying. Okay. It's gone to shit, man. It's going to go to shit. And this is the plan all along. The transfer of wealth from middle-class America to the hyper-rich. And that's just,
you know, I'll let me second you on the fact that China's going to win, because you know what I saw the other day, just a couple of days ago.
What'd you see?
I saw at my place of business, there was a young man, you know, taking his break, enjoying some food on his break, and
good luck with that in the future.
Hold on. This is a sign, and this young man, I think, is ahead of his time. At first, I thought it was odd. I thought it was weird. I thought it might even be a cry for help. But now that, you know, with the context of the way things are, the geopolitics of China and where do we go in the future. So this young man was sitting down. I'll stop beating around the bush. He was eating a container of donut holes with chopsticks. So I think
nicely done.
About 10 years ahead of the curve. Well, I think that
nicely
all
done.
foods in 10 years will be eaten with chopsticks. in lieu of
Yeah.
forks as we're taking.
Not to mention, we'll probably all be eating bat as well. So
You're right, exactly.
You know what? This is
And-
therapy.
And we'll be
This is therapy.
we'll
And I
be
want
wearing
you-
masks
we're going to be
for
eating
the
bats,
next century.
pythons,
I want
possums,
you to
know.
get this out. I want you to get this out, Rick, because I'm about to.
Masks will be
my retort.
surgically sewn onto your face, and
May-
you're
may I-
not allowed to
may I
take it
retort?
off at any times.
May I retort?
You know,
are
hold
you
on,
done yet?
one thing. No, one
Are
thing.
you done?
Okay,
No,
the market in
Please.
Wuhan,
Keep
which created the COVID virus, okay, coronavirus, the Wuhan virus, whatever you want to call it.
fucking awesome.
What, I mean,
Ah,
that's terrible. All right,
yeah.
you can say whatever you want to the pulgas here in America, but they don't fucking create viruses. All right, they don't.
Okay.
They don't. All right. Anyway. Good luck to America. That's where we're headed. All right. Our jobs are going to leave. Our boys are going to go back to foreign lands, and our small businesses are going to be dying pretty soon. Our boys, yes, our men.
Our boys.
All right.
Oh,
So
God.
anyway, that's it.
Okay, so can I go now? Because
I guess so. Yeah, sure. Why not? You're probably going to say something. It's like, oh,
I would like to congratulate.
election in history or whatever.
I would like to congratulate
Oh boy.
for the 75th time Joseph R. Biden, our new president of the United States, who was elected not only fairly, but in a lopsided victory that basically showed that that no one is really agreeing with what Trump was doing. So while it can all be said that yes, the irregularities there were none. I mean, of course, there's going to be your statistical irregularities that are part of reality. But voting machines, these are the same voting machines that still voted in Republicans into office, but also voted in a Democrat into president. See, that's the only illusion that no one's really dealing with, is the fact that Republicans, like take Georgia, for instance, those two senators, they got a majority of the vote in Georgia. They're Republicans. But Georgia went to Biden. Now, mind you, every single person that's going to vote in Georgia is more than likely going to not only vote for the presidential candidate, but also for the Senate candidates at the same time. What does that tell you? That shows that not only was the vote legitimate, but that so many Republicans jumped side, that it also shows you that you had an illegitimate president. Look, every president's been fucking demolished. If you think that Trump was the only one, they fucking question whether Obama was an American citizen. They questioned, no. They linked him to being Islamic. They crushed that man the first 4 years. Every single thing he did, they destroyed. Their whole personal mission was to make everything he did bad. And I can continue with other Democrats that were presidents. So this wasn't some special treatment. Trump was a fucking asshole. And he deserved every single thing he got. And he deserves to lose because he didn't do shit. Because the business protection programs that were rolled out during COVID, they all went to big businesses. All of his tax cuts have done nothing. They did nothing for nobody except for the ultra rich. If you look at the distribution of wealth, it didn't go back to the poor. It just went from the semi-rich to the really rich. No, our market and our system has been completely demolished. He didn't do anything for anyone but himself and his family. So, dude.
What?
Yes, that's all he did. What did he do? What did he really do? What did he do?
Hunter Biden over there making deals with China.
No. He's not president yet. Wait. Okay, but the reality is Joe Biden's not president, right?
It was vice president. He was vice president.
No, I'm telling you, no, he wasn't actually. He wasn't. He wasn't. It was between being vice president. He flew in Air Force
too, man.
It's still between being vice president and now president. So guess what? Now you can say whenever, but no, look at what has Trump done. Nothing. All he did was he riled up like racist rhetoric and then made people feel like the Democrats are nothing but a bunch of fucking socialists and communists. That's all he did. All he did was fucking play. He played the McCarthy.
Trump presided over one of the greatest economies we've ever seen.
That was created by Obama.
No, it was not created
yes,
by Obama.
Yes, it was.
Really?
It was created by Obama.
The guy who said
it was.
The guy who said, where are you going to get these jobs from? A magic wand or something? That guy. The guy who gave up on America.
No, he didn't give up on America. How do you give up on America? How?
He didn't think we could bring the jobs back.
What are you talking about? It's on video. Okay, so what happened in 2008?
With a crash, of course.
Right. And so if it weren't for the economic policies instituted by who? Who was the president at that time?
It was Obama.
Right. Yeah, where would we have been?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, exactly. We'd be fucked. So look at his economic stimulus. Look at his economic stimulus program and how it resulted in one of the best economies ever. And now look what dipshit did and how it's all completely lopsided toward the very rich. No one's got more workers don't have any more protections. No, the middle class is not going to grow from this. And if you really look at it, we're becoming more and more like Mexico every day because of the fractionation of the super rich becoming richer versus what we're doing. No, they're getting richer. No, and the middle class is getting nothing.
Not right now.
Middle class is getting they haven't under at all from Trump. So no, dude, he didn't do shit. Name me one bill he signed that was good. Name me one.
Okay, I don't know. Let me see.
Because I can name a bunch of what Obama did. I can name a bunch of what Clinton did. I can name a bunch of what Bush did. Bush 1 and I even say Bush 1 and 2 both had great bills. I can go through all those things. Name me one fucking thing that dipshit did that was good. Only thing he did was that
I'm gonna say the tax cuts.
The tax cuts that are going to be rolled back in the next 4 years.
Yeah,
you're going to end up paying more taxes than you paid in the beginning. Because you're paying back the money that was the tax cut. Yes.
No.
Yes. Look at his tax plan. Yes. It goes up incrementally.
As soon as Biden comes in.
No. Right. Because the Democrats are going to save everyone, but we've already lost all the money from the tax cuts already. Taxes are going to have to go up.
He took out the mandate for the Affordable Care Act.
No. What the Affordable Care Act?
People aren't going to be penalized anymore for not having health insurance.
No, that's what I'm telling you. The health insurance thing was the most important thing to do, to at least guarantee people something. Trump hasn't done shit, man. His tax cuts were
mandate for health insurance.
No, he did a band-aid. No, the premium still went up. Premium still. Did he do all the drug negotiation he was going to do? Did he do that?
No, he was stopped.
Nope, he didn't do shit. Nope, didn't. It wasn't stopped. He's a big boy. He could tweet all fucking day long, but he can't work on fucking doing the things he promised. Did he build a wall? Didn't build that fucking wall. He built like 5 feet, and that shit fell over. If you want me to show you, I can show you pics. 7.
And it was fixed.
Okay. Continue. Did Mexico pay for it? Not a fucking dime. Oh, and all this great, I'm gonna make China like our bitch. Did he do that? No, because China fucking bent him over, and Xi Jinping fucking gave him all nuts straight to the back of his teeth. So what the fuck did he really do, dude? Nothing.
The back of his teeth.
Nothing.
Back of his teeth. Right.
Trump didn't do shit. And so with all that, guess what? All I have to say is this. God bless America, and God save Joseph R. Biden, our president, because it's fucking game time. And when Georgia loses those two, when Georgia goes completely blue and gives us 2 Democratic senators, it's fucking game time. Because right now, that's all that matters.
What do you expect from 3 branches of government being Democrat or 2 branches?
Easily. I think student loans are going to be seriously dealt with.
Oh boy.
I think student loans will be gone, or at least half, or at the very least are going to take away interest from student loans.
That's very stupid though.
No,
it's extremely dumb.
Not stupid. Is. You want to jumpstart okay, so you want to give billions to billionaires, right? But you don't want to give billions to the middle class and alleviate them from student loans.
We need student loan reform. Okay, that's what we need. We need to treat student loans like we would any other loan. Okay. There's got to be risks. There's got to be a risk benefit analysis.
We've already had this talk. We had this talk. I know.
But there needs to be student loan. These assholes are just going to pay off everyone's loans and continue on like it's the next day. Why? Because universities are very liberal leaning. So
no, anyway. But the reality is, guess what? That's going to be a major injection to the economy right off the bat. We're probably going to stabilize healthcare for the nation. We're going to
Okay,
stabilize
sure.
it. No, he's not as far left as I am. So he's still going to maintain an insurance and private insurance type things. He's just going to stabilize the market again.
Oh, wait, we're going to get a lot of money. Oh, where are we going to spend it? Everything's closed.
Nothing's going to be closed. And things, we already have the vaccine rolling out.
That's great.
Life's going to go back to normal. We're all
We're
going to be
gonna go back to
lizard
the-
people.
Yeah. We're going to have lizard people all over the place, man.
Well, it's your boy's fucking Operation Warp Speed that brought it out, right?
Yeah.
So then if someone's going to be blamed for turning us all to lizards, he's the lizard king then, bro.
Okay, but do these lockdowns really have to be so draconian? I mean, you got the governor of Minnesota.
Look, hold on.
Governor of Michigan.
You're
You
just
got
asking me. You're asking me
Governor of
what.
New York, and
You're
you got-
asking me
these
what a
Democrat-
Democratic House, a
Yeah.
Democratic Senate, and a Democratic
Yeah.
president going to do.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, student loans are going to be gone. We're going to restabilize the healthcare market, and we're probably going to make it nationwide, which is about time. You need to take it out of the bullshit with the states trying to control these healthcare exchanges, and it's going to go nationwide, so everyone has a choice in medical care. That's going to happen. They're going to kick AOC out of New York because she's already pissing off most of the rank and file. Next, more than likely, the big thing is people are going to go after is what's it called? Healthcare, that, and then we're going to restabilize ourselves when it comes to climate control, climate change, and the Paris Accords, and we're going to actually start working towards that and actually looking at something other than.
Do you realize that the Paris
coal.
Accords? Do you realize that the Paris Accords are
From Paris?
Yeah, they're from Paris, but so they have America comply with the Paris Accord regulations or whatever to lower the carbon emissions within 3 to 5 year time. I think, I'm not sure, but it allows countries like India and China to have a longer lead time to comply with those regulations.
Okay.
So the entire argument to this thing was, why does America have to comply first when you have India and China given these huge lead times to comply?
Because we're the big boys on the block.
But
Sometimes you gotta
we're not the biggest polluters.
Doesn't matter. Sometimes you gotta be a man. Sometimes you gotta be sometimes you gotta be mature. You gotta be the better person. That's life.
Whoa. But this is America. It's not a man. It's a country.
No, but we have a set of ideals. We are a beacon of light to the world. We are the example of freedom that we so proclaim to be.
But we're not the biggest polluters.
It doesn't matter.
What this is about.
It doesn't matter. It does matter. We set the example, and if we don't set it, no one's going to follow it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
China. You want China to follow America?
China is following
America.
America.
China's going to follow in America's footsteps.
They already have. What the fuck are you talking about?
They're not.
Look at China 20 years ago, Tiananmen Square. Now all of them have fucking iPhones. They have social media. They have a bunch of shit. Is it democracy 100? No, but it's really compare it. 1989 Tiananmen Square to now. It's
That's
a big
just
difference.
Modernization of
It's not modernization.
It's a natural evolution of modernization.
You're explaining everything away, but you can't. It is an American influence because America is the influence for the world.
It's more Japanese influence. Okay, they're way more technologically advanced than we are.
That's not the point. Everyone wants to be like us. We are the beacon of hope for the world.
But
and
still,
if we are dickheads, it doesn't do anything, bro.
Why can't we just have the same rules as India and China?
Why can't we just do this? Why can't we? Come on, man, because we're the big boys on the block, dude.
We're not the biggest polluters.
No, but we're the most powerful country in the world. Period. We are the strongest country in the world. It's about reducing carbon emissions.
There you go.
That's a good thing.
And are we the largest producer of carbon emissions, or is it India and China?
No, but that's not the point. You're building a straw man argument. You're making a supposition that just because of one thing is the other, but they're not correlated. So we're setting the example. We can do something, and it doesn't have to be because we're the worst. We can just do it because we're the best.
To fix things.
Right. So then, but you have to start. You have to lead. You cannot fix a problem just by telling everyone else to do it just as much as you do it. Sometimes you have to lead, and that's what America does.
Okay, well, why do these regulations wreck the economy?
Because every regulation,
our economy is going to wreck first before India and China. Then,
and people said that about everything. People said that about coal. People said that about not having children workers. People said that about slavery. Of course, regulations and changing regulations and things like that, and changing anything will, of course, cost people money. But in the end, we end up better because guess what? We have kids. Do you want your kids to not be able to breathe outside? Do you want them to live in a world that's not habitable?
Have you ever visited Beijing?
Huh?
Have you ever been to Beijing?
Never. Ben has.
Benjamin, you've been
I have, when it was probably 30 times worse as far as
pollution. Yeah. If you look,
when was the last time?
It was mid-90s.
Mid-90s, okay.
He went right after Tiananmen.
Motherfuckers spitting loogies all over the place. People wearing masks. Here's the thing. People wearing masks back then.
Yeah. Okay. I went to Beijing
it's like
in 2017. I went to Beijing in 2017. And we were going to stay there for about a week just to explore the city and so forth. That place is a shithole. It's a shithole, dude. Yeah. Why? Because as soon as you get off the plane, it's foggy. It looks like winter, except it's fucking hot and it smells like burnt barbecue.
You haven't been to LA?
Yeah, I've been to LA.
You've been to LA? You've been to Detroit?
Yes.
You've been to Pearland? You've been to east side of Houston? Pasadena?
Yes. Okay. No. Nope. No, there's huge difference.
And I hate to break it to you. What you're saying is not real anymore because they've reduced their
stop defending the Chinese. All right.
I'm not defending I'm not defending the Chinese. I'm telling you facts.
I've been there. I've seen it. It's fog. It's a constant fog. And you can't even open the windows to save your fucking life. Okay.
Oh yeah. It's super polluted.
It's very polluted. You can't even see you got a bus driver who's pretty much guessing where he's going the whole time. It's 3:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
You can't see in front of you. You cannot.
You can see in front.
No, you cannot, dude.
Dude, they have one of the biggest economies in the world. I imagine they can see how to drive to the store. Okay.
No. When I went there, it was worse. You couldn't see anything.
But okay, anecdotal evidence aside, I can give you the science now. China's reduced their carbon emissions since 2018 by about 50%.
Really?
They're willing by 2035. No, they've already said by themselves by 2035 that they're going to go full green. So guess what?
Right.
China's banking on that type of energy program because they want to mass produce it. So see, China found the profit in it. And we're the ones being left behind. We're talking about clean coal. What the fuck is clean coal? Is that even real? It's like clean shit.
Chinese, I don't know.
Clean shit.
Clean shit. Plus, they make all the money off. Everybody sends their recycling shit to them, right?
Yeah, they're taking all the recycling. Dude, I hate to break it to you, man. In the end, the Paris Accords are a good idea. They're a good idea. Yeah, they're going to regulate business. Is it going to make people as much money as it's supposed to? But no. But fuck them. It would make a lot of money if we drilled on our national lands and fucking and didn't have anywhere beautiful for Americans to go hunt and live and be. And go camping, that'd make a lot of money too, and if we told children to work and then pay them substantial thing, that would make a lot of money also. But fuck that. It's about being better, and that's what we are.
Well,
we're Americans.
If we don't have an Earth in 50 years, then
then guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Trump does.
I mean, at some point, you do have to prioritize sustaining the fucking Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for, I get where the business world would be upset with regulate, but at some point as humanity, as a fucking species, you have to figure out, Jesus Christ, like we can't burn the planet, like the ice caps. I mean, it's fucked. Like they're saying, scientists are saying right now, if we don't make a turn within the next 5 or 10 years,
done. It's already done. We've already crossed that point.
Look, it's all horseshit. Okay,
it's horseshit.
Oh man, I don't know.
No. Nobody cares about the environment. And I'll tell you why.
You will when it's fucking.
No. As people,
but you will though.
But business,
that's the problem.
The businesses do not care about the environment.
Oh.
Okay, China doesn't.
No, they don't. Businesses don't.
Do you know why?
Because they're going to be dead. They're going to be dead whenever the They're going to be dead when the consequences come to bite humanity in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
That's why they don't care, because they're making money now.
Okay, why don't we get rid of plastics then?
But for us as a species, though, we will care, because if if the water levels rises and the fucking
of course
countries
that's
are
not what I
underwater,
meant, though.
that's a real shit.
Dead people.
Yeah.
What I meant was,
What'd you mean?
I meant that if businesses, countries want to clean up the environment, they would get rid of plastics. They would. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that is the number one polluter in our oceans. Okay, you got fish eating this shit; they're dying.
Yeah.
You have anyway, a lot of wildlife in our oceans are dying because of the plastics. Why don't we get rid of that shit first?
Well, okay.
Why?
Well, let's. You know what? I think
not?
what you really mean to say is congratulations, Joseph R. Biden, on being elected president of the United States. I think that's really what you mean to say. I think that's what you
I don't
want to
think
say.
so. I'm
Deep
not sure
down, you want to say, "All hail Biden. I love you." And I think you had a secret crush on him the whole time.
Do you really think it's going to get better with Biden?
No,
Honestly?
it's not going to get any better, but it sure is fucking not going to get as bad as it's not. Things are. That's not the way that our government works. It works in increments. It works in small amounts. There isn't massive changes that occur. It's over time. You have to. Yet the government's the long game, and that's a good and bad thing. Right? Rapid changes can cause serious issues with stability. So is there going to be this dramatic shift with Biden? Am I going to be happier and run around and my world's going to be wonderful? No, that's not a realistic look at government. But I do believe that he has, in my opinion, a better plan going forward, which is why I voted for him.
What is that?
I believe that he's going to realign ourselves along with the lines with climate change. I think that's a big deal. I think he's going to help out people with student loans. That's a very big deal. And I think these are simple things. I think he's going to stabilize the healthcare market. I think he's going to popularize it and make it a nationwide thing. I think he's going to do some things that, while minor, will be major contributors to everyday life.
He hasn't done shit in 45 years, man.
He's done quite a bit in 45 years. If you really want to look at his voting record, he's done quite a bit. People can continue to use the same soundbite that he hasn't done shit in 46 years. He was a senator and he was a vice president. Okay. He's done quite a bit. Now, has he, I don't know, has he fucked a lot of porn stars and bankrupt 9 times and had his daddy bail him out every single time? No, he didn't do that. Has he completely changed the world? No. But you know what? He's got 4 years. Let's see what happens. But I'll tell you one thing, if he loses in 4 years, you ain't gonna see me acting like this shit. Like everything's a fucking cheating and there's only one way he could have lost is by cheating.
Oh no, man.
Bullshit. That's what everyone's acting like. And you know what?
Yeah,
that's not true.
That's why you got Twitter and CNN, MSNBC to probably come up with some bullshit.
No, the numbers were what they were, dude. It's reality. It happened. The irregularities not only are for one side, but for the other. You don't believe that there's a lot of Republican states that did the same. They tried to cheat. Everyone tries to cheat. It's called politics. Plain and simple. And Trump, while he didn't do anything, that's what I don't get. He didn't do anything except talk a lot of shit. He's like that guy who he bucks up to someone in the cafeteria and starts walking around, but doesn't even swing his hands. That's all he did was talk shit. He didn't get anything done. North Korea didn't. North Korea released. Oh, that's a fucking. Oh my God! The last 80 days of bullshit. No, he didn't. This peace accord is more along to align everyone against Iran because they're talking about attacking them, the only Shias left in the Middle East with a massive base. No, this is not. This is an alignment of Sunnis with Israel to clear out Iran. This is not going in the right way. No, it's not.
That's what
Do
we
you know
need.
what type of destabilization is going to occur in the Middle East? You take out Iran. Iran's a counterbalance against the Sunnis. Do you know what this 19?
No one's talking about not letting Sunnis, man. We're getting rid of the government, the
No,
oppressive
no, no,
government in
no.
Iran.
That's the problem.
The
Okay,
mullahs.
you don't understand. No, you don't understand what you're saying in a way, because the reason why all the Muslim countries don't like Iran is because they're Shias. All the Muslim countries that are aligning with Iran are Sunnis.
All right.
You do realize 19 of the 21 hijackers were Sunnis. The other 2 are also Wahhabis, which is a sect of being Sunni. They are the most aggressive and the most fundamental in the whole area. Shias were made up of comprehensively 2 major sections, one being Iran and also the Ba'ath Party in Iraq. With the end of Iraq and the desolation, you saw who came in there. ISIS, all these Sunni-backed groups. Hezbollah is the only non-Sunni-backed group in the area, and they're fighting for Palestine. What you're saying is they're all going to line up against Iran and kill the only Shia presence in the Middle East. Do you know what that leads to?
Enlighten me. Go ahead.
That's going to lead to a complete desolation of a population of Muslims. Do you not think that that's going to cause a major problem?
You mean like a genocide?
Yes. The Sunnis don't like them. The Sunnis want to kill them all. So they're all aligning with Israel to do it. There's not a noble cause in this. This is not the righteous indignation. This is not peace. This is alignment for war. And who backs Iran?
Russia.
And who else?
China?
Yep.
All right. What about it?
Who else?
I don't know.
Turkey.
Oh, yeah.
That's some pretty fucking big players. You really want to do that? No, it's stupid. It's a destabilization movement. It's dumb.
You can't. Okay.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, I got my Middle East packed down. That's what this is going to be. This is just a systematic alignment to prepare for war against Iran. And guess who the fuck, and talking about keeping your boys home, who the fuck's going to fight this war?
I don't know.
We will.
Oh, because Joseph Biden's going to get us involved, isn't he?
No, because Trump's already started the shit. He started it when he put the fucking American embassy in Jerusalem.
Which
and
every president before him had promised it was.
And they did not promise that. Obama didn't promise it.
Yes,
everyone knows. No, once you make that move and put it in Jerusalem, that's saying to the Palestinians and to who are also Shia that you don't give a fuck about their rights, that you don't care about their state. That's going to piss off Hezbollah, who is a de facto organization supported by Iran. Iran's going to get pissed. Guess who needs their oil? Fucking both China and Russia. Dude, this is unilaterally a stupid move. He didn't do anything. And he's dragging us into this is the real war. Because I'll tell you right now, Iran will fight to the last motherfucker breathing.
I'm sure that's the case, but I don't think that it's for war. Okay,
if we
do get into war, we got Joseph R. Biden now, who's going to either stop it or get us involved.
Dude, he wanted to take out Iranian officials when he figured out he lost the election. He's trying to start war with Iran. Do you not? I mean, dude, no.
You know what? If it's not Iran, it's going to be North Korea. Okay, you got the Obama administration.
No. You back the fuck off, because guess what? These players, we're not in this game. The Democrats are going to start shit. It's just about, we just take care of business as well as we can. But I'll tell you right now, we're not doing good. And that's a dumb move. And we basically signed a pact with the devil. What he did was incorrect. No, not with Israel. Israel's got its own issues, but we signed a pact with the devil whenever we started playing with the Sunnis, whenever with all this shit, with Saudi Arabia and all that. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm talking about is unilateral alignment against the Shias and against Iran. And people say they're evil, but guess what? They got 2 big people backing them up.
All right.
And that's a war of wars.
China would never get involved, man.
Of course they're gonna get fucking involved.
No, they're not. No,
Of
they're
course
not.
they are. Of
They're
course they
pussies,
are.
man. They don't like to fight. Okay, they're at the order of war. I'm going to do this
No.
psychologically.
But they do love fighting de facto wars. We just got a massive hack by the Russians in the last 24 hours. Google servers went down. They hacked all the emails of basically every major government organization was hacked by the Russians. What is this all showing you? They're not afraid of us anymore because that fucking asshole just couldn't even handle them. He's done so much damage to us that when the history books are written, it's going to show an asshole. He will be another Andrew Jackson. He will be another Hoover. He will be a fucking disgrace because he weakened this country, bar none. And with that, it was 306, and Mexican Nostradamus was right.
What do you mean?
Landslide.
Oh,
53% of the popular vote. Joseph R. Biden is president of the United States.
let's wait till January 6th.
I'm not waiting any more dates. How many times can Trump lose? Seriously. Just if he would have conceded defeat once, I mean, this is a death by this is 1,000 deaths. It's 1,000 deaths for no reason. It's just so ridiculous. But yeah, but okay. I'll wait till January 6th. It'll be the same thing.
Yeah, we'll wait till January 6th. It'll be the same thing. We'll see.
And that way, and then January 23rd, you'll be like, well, hold on.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, he can still win it in February. So
Y'all some sore losing motherfuckers. I'll tell you that. Y'all just can't lose. Just lose, man. Y'all lost.
Man, I saw this shit for 4 years. All right, come on.
Oh my God.
You see it for one. You see it for 1 month.
I saw it for
everybody.
8. I saw it for 8 years with Obama.
8 years. Come
8
on.
years, every single year. They questioned his race. They questioned his fucking
No one questioned his
family.
race,
Yes, they
man.
did. Oh no, they did. No,
Only Biden
they tried
did.
to take away the fact. No, they tried to take away the fact that he was not black. No, that was the Republicans. They questioned his fucking
Biden did. Biden said he was a very clean, well-spoken black man.
They questioned his citizenship.
They questioned his citizenship.
Well, I mean, you know,
Everything
we'll see
about
that.
him.
I mean,
They said what's his middle name? Barack Obama? No, Hussein? Hussein? Huh? What's going on there? And they hated him just because he was black. For
That's not true.
8 years, it is true, 100% true.
Not 'cause
They
he
hated
was-
that man just because he was black for 8 fucking years. So I don't want to hear people like, oh, they hated on Trump. No, Trump, you know what Trump did? Trump hated on himself, and he opened his mouth, and he made it worse for himself. He could have actually probably had tried to be a legitimate president, but he didn't. And that's his fault. Because you know what? A lot of people did believe in him, and he ruined it. He could have won this election, hands down, but he fucked it for himself.
I don't know, man.
Because a lot of Republicans, and to all those Republicans listening that switched over, we'd like to say thank you. Because they did. Because he took 4 states away from 5. A lot of states away from fucking Trump. And those people made a big difference.
I mean, you know, if you count the voting machines and the
Oh,
fake
you
ballots
can
and
say
the,
whatever, bro.
I mean, of course, it's going to be an easy win, dude. I mean, it's going to be landslide.
One state, I could say, okay. 5 states, come on, dude. It's pretty fucking.
It's not even. It's a couple counties here and there, man.
Oh, here we go again. He lost. And what about the states he won? Were those also corrupt?
No, they used Dominion voting machines.
Oh, they did.
No, they
They
did.
used no. Several states use the same voting machine, so that's bullshit. They use the same voting machines, man. Anything else? What about the other states? Their vote. Only the ones in the states you lost were broken.
Yeah, of course.
Chingasus.
Hey, man.
You win.
I'm only going with the information I got, man. That's all I got. So don't worry about it.
You and that Newsmax. But with that, I think we're gonna quiet down the guns of the Navarone or whatever it is. We're gonna chill it out. We're gonna probably take a little break here, guys, so we can do a little pee time. What are you thinking?
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, we'll a little pee time. So we'll do that, and then we'll see you when we come back in a couple minutes here. All right, bye. And we're back. So we're gonna kick things off with, since we're right in the midst of the Christmas season, we've got quite a Christmas story. I don't know if it's much of a Christmas story, but it happened kind of during the Christmas season. So I guess that counts, right?
I think it was cold, so I was pretty sure it was like something.
We just happened to be during the break. We had some discussions about, times where you may or may not have taken a little too much of the chemical substances, may or may not have thrown you into a state of mind that was tough to negotiate. So Ben, just go ahead and set the scenario here.
Well, I think the greatest, because this is basically the greatest Christmas story ever. This is kind of like right up there with like Dickens and like other tales of self-understanding. But let's just say this all took place in a fabled universe where characters very similar to me and Ben in high school decided that, we were driving back. So I lived, my character similar to me lived on the east side with the same name, lived on the east side of Houston.
We'll call him Danito.
Danito lived about 45 minutes from where 10 lived. And so we, 10 and me were just driving back, and we decided, we had this wonderful idea that if, 10 and Danito did, they had this wonderful idea that if they were to partake of this wonderful substance that, it takes a while for it to kick in. So we should be good to go. Right. It was like, yeah. It takes like, 30, 45 minutes, dude. By the time we get to your house, we'll be, everyone will be baked. It's game time,
Right. And that's perfect because we don't have to physically make that happen at the house.
Exactly.
That was
because we're going to play video games and just,
that was the idea. Like, let's get that part out of the way first, and we don't have to mess with trying to like sneak into the backyard or what have you. So that was the idea. That was the mindset. So go ahead.
Yeah, we were going to play some Madden or some NBA Jam or something. So it was going to be just a gangster night. And so, anyway, so we both, the Danito and 10 both partaked in this wonderful, wonderful substance that we had procured, but didn't know the exact source. But it was procured, and everything looked on the up and up.
And I will add too, this was procured from a good friend of ours who was quite the businessman.
Yes,
and always had the newest and the latest trends in
the
in the street pharmaceutical. Yeah, right, correct. Right. We didn't have to go very far because in our very tight circle of friends was
you mean 10 and Danito's type friends.
10 and Danito's, correct. Thank you for
their tight group of friends.
10
and Danito, their tight group of friends. And apparently there was a new thing called hydro that 10 and Danito had not experienced, because all previous experience that 10 and Danito had was mainly skunk and a little bit of gold here and there. That's it. So thinking that this is going to be similar to the experiences we had previous, we thought, we got 30, 45 minutes. Let's do this. Immediately. Well,
and mind you too, this was ingested by means of a cut open, either Swisher Sweet or Philly Blunt. Like, this wasn't taken in moderation. This was
no at all.
And if you've ever had experience,
was this
this was like a dime of
rolled up into a cut. So for the uninclined, I know things have changed since since our heyday of smoking, but in this date and time, a very popular method of ingesting such substances was to cut open a cheap cigar. For in our purposes, it was always Swisher Sweets. So you'd cut them open, dump out all the tobacco, put the dime or whatever the hell you had in there, roll it up. We had gotten very, very good and very astute at rolling these things very well. And so when you would hit these things, but mind you, this was, like Ben said, the stuff we were used to, which was skunk. And at this point, let's just drop the fucking
Maybe a little bit of, I mean,
Din and Danito. Let's
we had
just
touched,
fucking-
yeah, we had touched red hairs a couple of times, maybe.
Sure.
And that was it.
So but this was without even being the hydro, like it still it gets you quick.
Well, this was straight hydro.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
we were going with all sheets of blade, or like ready, 3 sheets to the wind, like it was some regular shit. So go ahead, Ben. Yeah. So within about 15 seconds.
Yeah, within seconds
It
of,
was-
of the first
yeah.
initial, and mind you, we decided that we were going to finish the whole thing. So within the first 15 seconds, we've already lifted off. Like it's, astronaut Commander Ben's next to me, and like,
That's true. That was my nickname.
ACB is already there. I'm touching Mars. We finished the whole dime. And mind you, I had a system in my car because that was my big thing back when I was a young man. I had like speakers. So it was the greatest thing ever. We're on 610 now. Completely baked. I mean, completely blown out of our minds. And the song, it's probably one of the greatest rap songs ever. It was Biggie with Bone Thugs and Harmony. It came on. It was so intense because my speakers were just like me and Ben were just like we almost looked like we were having like a little bit of a seizure, and it's just like we were so fucking gone.
Damn.
And like all of a sudden, like I look down, I'm going 20 miles an hour on the freeway in 610, just blazed, but gave zero fucks. And like, mind you, Bone and Biggie is Bone and Biggie is Bone and Biggie.
When I think, if I'm not mistaken,
God.
it wasn't even the original. It was
Chopped and Screwed.
Yeah. It was a screw. So people have heard, I'm sure, of Chopped and Screwed or whatever. But back then, when we were listening to those were actually on cassette tapes that would come originally from the screw.
We played on the Screw House.
The actual from this, yeah. Or they would be copies of whatever. But nonetheless, that's even more of a fucking thing. So we got so bad that we had to shut the shit off. We were like, I can't.
Remember, we couldn't handle it. We looked at each other and we're just, I can't. I was like, dude, I gotta turn it off.
If we keep this shit on, we're not gonna make it.
We're gonna die. Like I had to turn it off. I was like, I'm gonna die. This is just too much happening right now. So like, then immediately, like I got both hands on the wheel, gripping for my life. Ben is like drooling off to the side. We're blasted. But that was the funniest fucking thing in the world. Whenever me and Ben looked at each other in the middle of this fucking song and go, I can't handle this, man. I can't do this anymore. This is too much. We gotta turn this shit off. We're not gonna make it, bro. We're gonna die. And like we literally turn it off. Mind you. So for people familiar with Houston, Ben lived on like 59 Southwest type area. So what I would do is I would take 610, the loop back to I-10 East, because for a long time the connector for I-10 in downtown was actually closed forever. So you couldn't even cross over. So you had to take 610 back home. When we lost our minds was on 610 and Wayside. And I still had to go all the way from 610 and Wayside to I-10 East and Uvalde.
We weren't even on I-10 yet.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. 610 Wayside, like South Wayside or was it?
That's the East District. That's that's
all the way to all the way to I-10 East in Uvalde. When I'm telling you,
how long did it take you to get from point A to point B?
An hour and a half. I don't know.
It was 2 hours. It was the longest 2 hours of our lives because I'm like slapping myself, like gripping the wheel, like trying to like figure out if I'm still alive. We're
trying to smoke cigarettes and shit.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can to make it go away.
Windows down.
Yeah, windows down, like our heads hanging out. And the greatest thing is when we get back to my house, right? We both almost hugged. It was almost like, oh my God, we fucking made it, man. We made it. I think we kissed the ground. It was like, that was the greatest achievement we've ever had, was that moment when we touched down and we got to my house. Mind you, I think my dad was pissed the next day because the car was parked all types of fucked up in the drive. That shit was sideways. He was like, what the fuck were you doing? And like, we get into the house and we're just, I don't even think my parents questioned me. I think as soon as we walked
just
in,
like, get the fuck out of my face.
We smelled so much like weed. They're like, we're not even going to do this. It's just too late. We don't even have time for this bullshit. And we just went immediately to my room and just, I don't even think we played video games.
No. Hold on. You're mistaken, sir. We tried. No. We tried. So we put, I remember this specifically. We put, this is the funniest part of the fucking story, to be honest. We tried to put on whatever NBA game was.
NBA Jam.
I don't know. It was something.
Yeah, back in the 90s, it was NBA Jam.
Oh, was it 2K?
No, because I think it was a PS1 that you had at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like I don't know what that would have been.
No. It wasn't PS1. It was the back then it was the
and television.
Fuck, I forgot what it was. But yeah, we were playing. Fucking asshole. Fuck you. I'm not that old.
But anyway, like so here's what happened with that, right? Like that was the idea. Like, okay, we'll chill out, we'll play a game or so and try to bring ourselves back to normalcy. But what happened next? This is the best part of the story. So the screen came up, and remember those games, like those early disc games, like they would load, like, and it would take a minute.
I remember.
So the shit comes up and it says, the screen just says loading. And like, we're sitting there staring at it like fucking blank. And I look over at Ben, I go, hey, I was like, hey bro, this shit is loading. That's all I said. And we both died. We started pissing our pants laughing. We never fucking played
ever.
A minute. We rolled on the floor laughing for about maybe an hour. I don't know.
It was an hour.
And then at some point probably passed out after that. But yeah, it never got to play shit. But like the loading screen for whatever reason was so funny that we laughed uncontrollably and
oh my God,
tears and cheeks being sore just because it's the fucking screen said loading.
Dude, we were so blasted. I'm telling you. I mean, oh my God, dude, that was fucking.
Your parents
nuts.
didn't say anything, Ben? Like you guys were like laughing on the floor, laughing their heads off.
You know what?
They were immune. They were immune at that point.
Dude, we were.
The fuckery that was taking place.
You gotta remember, bro. I was pretty active from about 11 on. So, you know, So like, I mean, by that point, they're just like, well, at least he made it home. Jesus Christ. But yeah, dude, that was fucking nuts. But I still, to this day, if I ever just kind of get really quiet, right, and I close my eyes, I can still feel the bass from that fucking song in the back of my head, and it could just go. I just remember we got so fucking lost.
What it felt like at the time was that we were in the car, which was obviously a car. It was like it was your Taurus, right?
Yeah, it's my shitty Taurus.
It was that Taurus that was like 4 different colors.
Yeah, I love that car.
But that was the fucking G ride because you had the system and and the trunk rattled all fucked up.
It did, bro. It did. I love it.
And
I
yeah,
so car.
And then it just had like cigarette ash all over the place because we smoked. Back then we both smoked too.
Yeah,
like cigarette smoke, like
cigarette,
like all the time, like
cigarette this, all the time, dude.
And so yeah, it was it was like a choir of demons were chanting specifically at you for the purposes of sending you to hell and fucking scaring you to death.
Oh my God.
That's what it.
Yes.
That's what the song felt like.
Yeah.
It's got the Frankenstein.
Dude, no. We went beyond Frankenstein, dude. We went like, dude, it was gone. Like it was like, we went like, dude, I am Sam, bro.
Did you ever go back to the guy and ask him like, what the fuck did you give me, man?
No,
because he probably just laughed at us like, that was the fucking whatever. He was the first guy that we knew that had codeine.
Yeah. and all that other crazy shit, dude. And he just hooked us up with that hydro was, I mean, yeah, that was a long drive, bro. That was a long drive. I mean, and I was going maybe 45 the whole time after that fact. Like I was just like, I may gas home. I got this.
My dad's I got this.
I got this, homie. I got this. Dude, we were fucking so blazed. Anyways, but that was like around Christmas time. So that was a Merry Christmas.
So that's a Christmas story.
Man,
Yeah,
that's a Christmas miracle. Y'all made it home.
No shit.
That is. Yeah.
I think Miracle on 34th Street. It's basically the same. It's the same story.
The same
Oh my
thing,
God.
man.
If y'all stick around, maybe another episode, we'll let you know about what happened whenever me and Ben corrupted our whole high school.
Yeah. Well,
Remember that one?
The gentleman, that, and then the gentleman we were speaking of was a part of that as well.
Yep. That corrupted we literally corrupted the whole school. Like, it was bad. Like there was serious, like in a way we feel kind of bad because some of these people
Irreversibly so. Like
serious drug addicts, like after what we did, because they had never done anything. And after that, they were chasing the dragon, bro.
We came away fucking unscathed is the funny part. Because for us, it was just like, yeah, this is what we're doing right now. But unfortunately, you introduce that to the wrong type of personality.
That didn't work out well.
It becomes your life. Yeah. It didn't work out so well for some of them, dude. That's so sad that we're laughing, but it's kind of true, man. Like,
so fucked up. You're so fucked up.
We were ahead of the curve when it comes to like all that bullshit.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, we were. And for us, see, I didn't like actually, it sounds so stupid, but my drug of choice, which I've quit now for 11 or 12 years, is actually cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I dug cigarettes. Like I was addicted to smoking cigarettes, but other than that, like, you know, bud was just whatever. You know, that was just like, oh, that was like my coffee back then.
Right.
So it didn't really, there wasn't like an addiction, but like, yeah, man, some people you gave them that. And then next thing you know, they're talking about like, yeah, I'm going to try some heroin. You're like, whoa.
That's kind of what it was. Cause me and Ben kind of like were the entry point for.
Yeah. And then we stuck there. We stayed
at least
there.
25 to 30 people.
Oh my God. So many addicts because of that one night.
I'm sure they find people now with families and so forth. So
not if you look at Facebook.
Hey, you know what? If it wasn't you guys, it would have been somebody else, you know?
Yes.
I mean,
that's probably true.
They would have been introduced with
that's actually probably true.
In college or something. So
but yeah, our parents were unbelievably forgiving because Lord knows knew that. They knew it. They 100% knew it.
Well, we had, and for sure, like our you know, situations at home were a little bit different, to be fair. And like the thing was too, like my place, because I lived in the city, happened to end up being
that was a major destination,
like a hub. Yeah, it was almost like a hub for fuckery for like all the people that lived in the suburbs and all that shit. Shit always ended up at my place. Like my place was the sort of the meeting point. And so a lot of shit ended up going down there. And the other thing that's, you know, bless her heart, but my mom worked her fucking ass off, dude.
She did, dude.
It was literally like the whole time growing, it was just me and my mom. Yep. My mom worked her fucking ass off, like, like
that lady, she
80 hours a week, like crazy. Like I'm not even bullshitting, like for real, like trying to hold it together. So, but that being said, it was just me, dude. You know what I mean? So that the recipe for that is like, dude, my place is the fucking where the party goes down.
It was shenanigans
because it's literally like just me. Like I have my own fucking apartment essentially. And so wherever I lived, I moved a few times during that 4-year stretch, but wherever I was at was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like where shit would go down. Like we'd end up like my house was wherever, like whatever bong or fucking smoking pot, like pieces and shit, like whatever we would accuse.
It was hidden.
Like, yeah, that was where all the shit was hidden. Like whatever.
Remember Bob?
That's exactly what Bob was the quintessential example of that. So Bob was stolen from a party. And once again, mind you, this is, if you go back, you listen to a couple episodes.
Who ganked it? That was E, right?
Probably.
Because I don't think it was me. I was never one to gang.
No. Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't really do that so much like that. But yeah, so this was stolen from. I mean, don't feel too bad because it's not.
The dude stolen from was not like some upstanding Christian, right?
For sure. So yeah, we had a tendency to not so much me and Ben, but yeah, people we ran with had a little problem with sticky fingers. So stuff like that would occasionally.
Oh my God. Remember the CD runs?
Oh, well,
were you present for those?
I was. So yeah, I can't
Did
completely
you see that?
I can't completely say that I was.
Oh, dude, I couldn't do it. I bitched out. I could do it, dude. I remember seeing what's his name. I just paid him for it. I was like, I'll just buy him off you, bro. Dude, I've never seen anything like that before. Like I couldn't roll.
I mean, we did steal alcohol and shit. So
no. The CD ones. Remember? Oh,
like at warehouse?
No, at Best Buy. I remember rolling with somebody. God. It was 3 people. 2 we hung around with a lot of times. The other one was the weirdo. And I saw the weirdo doing it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was literally just ripping tags and shoving them in his pants at like this feverish pace. Just clack, 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 clack. I'm like scared. Mind you, I'm the one, that came from where I came from. And this kid's like from rich, middle class, super area. And he's just like, clack, 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 clack. Hey,
he's
man,
the fucked
quiet.
up one. That's the ironic part is, dude, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, Ben and I like created these fucking career criminals because
monsters.
Like we were just, I feel like we were kind of just having fun, like just doing what we do, but it ended up when you introduce some of these elements of a lifestyle to people that, and I'm getting pretty philosophical here. I'm breaking this shit down. I'm getting all sociological to people that have maybe, I don't know, like maybe they're wanting for something or there's some unbalance there.
I love this. I love how we're breaking this shit down.
I love when we break it down. Well, it's shit that you haven't thought about for,
Dr. Phil
20 years. Yeah. We're Dr. Philling this now. But it's funny to look back and see all this shit. Cause that was so true. Like we were, like I said, we introduced so many things to these people, but then holy fuck, they took the ball and ran. We were just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, hey,
we kind of stayed at like the 20-yard line.
Well,
like
right.
They ran all the way.
No, that's a beautiful analogy. Yeah, we stayed at the 20-yard line. Like, hey, it is every now and again if you catch an opportunity, right? Like you get, Javier at the music store. He's like, hey, brother, like I don't give a fuck about this job.
Boost it.
What do you want? Like, what do you got in your cart right now? I tell you what, man, I'll open the bathroom for you. You go in, you slice those motherfuckers up. You pay me, you pay me $5 cash. You run out here with them. It's like I'm running the store. Like, brother, we're good. So like we'd come across shit like that, like all the time. And then all of a sudden, like, because we do that, like they see that shit. And then all of a sudden we create like a kleptomaniac ring.
I know, man. No, it was a ring of klepto. There's the best way. Dude, it was like a little klepto ring.
So like, shit, Ben like figured this little hustle out. And then now take it to the extreme.
But we always hustled. Like we'd like be like, hey, yo, man, dude, we'd hook up people with cash and just kind of get it. We did this. We did like, the Goodfellas type thing. You know what I'm saying? You buy it on credit and then they slide it out the back door and sell it for a profit. Like these guys just went strong arming. They're just like, they just didn't have the panache or the ability to like, kind of like come up with that type of hookup. So dude, they just went all in, man. Wild shit.
Damn. I mean, you think for a guys to armed robbery or something?
Dude, I'm telling you, some of these motherfuckers went straight criminal. Like no joke criminal, like cocaine problems. Like me and Ben.
Dude,
you guys went to like a private school.
Dude, we went to school with the richest fucking people in Houston.
But that's the fucked up part is like what we discovered was that, well, here's the thing too. This was for high school. So prior to that, Ben and I had both come from public school, right?
Oh, that's what happened there. Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't like we were the whole time. So when we were introduced into this deal, obviously we had the two, and honestly, that's why we're friends.
Yeah.
is because we had completely different mind. Like we're like, dude, who the fuck are these kids? Man? This is fucking weird.
Kids rolling up for their first car in like a Range Rover. Someone had a fucking Ferrari.
Well, here's the thing. The reason me and Ben are friends, straight up.
Yeah.
And this echoes back to episode 23. Some kid was playing around with me. This was in science class, right? It was like fucking 8th grade.
Yeah.
This dude was, so truth be told, I said high school, but really it was 8th grade. Both of us had like, I'm not going to get right. Circumstances, shit had happened. Like we had gone to this. So we went to this private school in 8th grade that feeded into this high school. So Ben and I didn't really know each other. We were the new kids. So we kind of were like, hey, and we're both Ben or whatever. But where we really started, honestly, this is how we became friends. It was like within a few weeks after school. And mind you, prior to this, I was getting in a lot of trouble, like in middle school. Like I was like, fights here and there. I had, and this is not why I left. Like we actually moved because my mom, she was commuting all the way from the suburbs. And she was like, fuck this is bullshit. Like my dad had already, my parents were divorced. My dad already lived downtown. So she was like, there's no reason for us to, we just moved. So, but at the time, like 6th, 7th grade, I was getting into a lot of trouble, man. Like I was just wild, dude. Like my mom worked all the way till 8:00 at night. So I was, me and the homie Steve were up to shit like all the time, dude. Like setting fires. Yeah. Fucking setting fires, like breaking into like abandoned homes and doing bullshit, like just always fucking up knuckleheads, dude. Like somebody's basketball goal, we'd like lower the shit and start dunking on it for no reason, like people we didn't even know, and like that's breaking their shit. Yeah, like fucking, going to girls' house and like fucking up their kitchens and like just shit all the time. So mom was like, get the fuck. So we move like straight up into the city. So I go to the school. So I meet Ben. I think like week 1 or 2. And once again, like echoes back to 23, right? I'm a chill dude. I'm there to have fun. But yeah, when like certain boundaries, if you press with me, I'll snap, man. Like, and so what happened was this kid was playing around with me. Like he thought like it was all good. Like how these guys had all gone to school together since they were in kindergarten. So he kind of like tapped me on the back of the head with a pencil, like, hey, haha. Like he thought that was cool. Yeah. So no, that wasn't cool with me. So I snapped and I grabbed him by the shirt and I threw him across the fucking table. Like, motherfucker. Like I was about to kick his ass. And the teacher, everybody was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, dude, probably never seen that in 12 years, man.
Yeah, like nobody that was the first, dude, that was seriously like the first like on-site altercation anybody had seen in this fucking history of this school. Like, yo, you don't touch me. Like literally like a year later, like I had gotten in trouble because in 7th grade, same shit happens. This Dominican kid, he touched me with a pen, like on my cheek. He hit me on the cheek with a pen, like to be like, he thought he was being funny. And I was like, fuck you. Like this was in homeroom and we had like the partitions, like the divided, you know what I mean? Like they don't have a real wall between the two classrooms. It was like the folding partition. Yeah. So I threw him against that and like fucking threw a few, like hit him a couple times.
You Frenched him a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty cute. So, but anyway, like that was kind of a nightmare because like I felt bad because he was, you know what I mean? Like he was just like, what the fuck? Like he got all scared. But anyway, so 8th grade, Ben's in my class. Like it's a real small school. It's only like less than 100 kids. 100. In our thing. So I throw this kid across the table and everybody's like, oh, what the fuck? Ben like lights up like, dude, this is the shit. Like what's just happening? So I got kind of a slap on the wrist because I was new and they're just like, hey, like that's not gonna fucking fly here. You're gonna get kicked out. And I got talking to, so immediately then all of a sudden me and Ben are like friends.
Yeah,
because he's kind of like,
okay, he knows.
Yeah, so yeah, dude, we vibed like all of a sudden, and then from then,
like, oh, okay, I got you,
dude. From then it was on. It was like, oh, you listen to rap too?
Know?
Right? And it was like from then it was on. Like it never stopped from then on. But anyway,
Now we're on. Now 30 years later.
No shit.
Seriously, 30 fucking years later. Like you were, I was 11 when I met this fuckface.
Damn,
11 years old. No, seriously, I was 11 years old when I met this fuckface. I really was. It's so fucking crazy.
And Ben, had you been with these group of kids since elementary, or
Who, me?
Oh, no, none of us.
No,
we were
none of
both
us
new.
both of you? Okay.
We were both new.
I was just straight up kicked out of public school. So
Oh my God, man.
and so my mom was like, I don't know what to do with this fucking kid. And so luckily she found, like, it was weird. There was this book of private schools, and she went to the first one, which was the #1 ranked one, which was what we went to. And she's like, oh, she called them. I think she cried. And so they're like, okay, we'll give him a chance, have him come take, they were thinking, this kid's a retard. And I took their academic test.
Yeah.
And yeah, I knocked the shit out of him. So they're like, wait. He's not a full retard. And it's going to look kind of good to have a Mexican on the roster. So you know what? Next thing you know, I got like a little white collar shirt and khaki pants.
Wow.
And dude, it was
Standard issue, man.
Guys,
standard
man.
issue. Next thing you know, I went from like the game we used to play whenever I was in 7th grade was like, and this is right around the time of Rodney King, was like people were like, he's Rodney, and just start whooping this dude's ass. Like that's was the games we played. Like that's what we did to
That's true. We even fucked them up because and even in 8th grade,
Oh my God.
we started like
we started pantsing people. Like it was bad. Oh my
and
God.
Not only that, damn, I forgot all about this. So this is great. I'm glad party in the back, dude. Here we go. Full tradition. Let's just we're going full in. Like we might as well keep on this topic because we started the whole thing where
Everybody shoved that dude in the urinal.
Fighting became normal. We would, if you said a word, like we would pick a word for the day. Check this out.
Jesus Christ.
We would pick a word for the day, and if anybody said that word, you just start fucking kicking their ass.
Yeah, they'd be like coming like apple.
It was me. Yeah, it was me, Ben, and these two other other guys.
We won't name them, but
yeah, we won't name them. But these two other guys who, they came up in that school, but they were like they had like-minded like us, so we vibed. And so so if you said this word, it was just like it was a green light, like everybody just starts kicking your ass.
And most people didn't know the word except for us.
That's right. The four of us would decide the word. So if somebody, and it was always a word that like you would say in normal conversation.
Remember what's his name hit him with the pool ball?
Oh, that's right. Like Steven Seagal, because Out for Justice had just come out.
Oh my God, we did horrible things.
Dude, that's another example of bad influence, because this was somebody who was already a little twisted, and then you add.
You guys come around.
Yes, no, that's for sure. So you add me and Ben.
We're like a negative muse,
and we're encouraging this shit, and they're like, man, these guys are pretty cool. I think they'll think it's badass if I take it a next step further. And I wrap up. You remember Steven Seagal in Out for Justice? There was a scene where he's in a pool hall, right? And he's about to kick everybody's ass. So he takes a cue ball and he wraps it up in a napkin in his hand, like he twists it up, and he starts swinging the shit like a mace. This crazy ass motherfucker. There was this
never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything like.
So we were talking about like, yeah, fucking what's the word or whatever, and he was getting hyped, dude. He's like, dude, I'm gonna fuck this dude up, like I'm gonna like bait him into saying this shit. And he takes the fucking cue ball, he wraps it up in some like towel or whatever.
Holy shit, dude.
And he goes and he says to this kid, like, I mean, let's just be honest, like the word was something like yeah. I mean, like it wasn't even, it's not like
they weren't hard to get.
It's not like words. Floundering, like it's a word like yes or some shit. And he fucking says it in this fucking big ass fucking white dude. I mean, this is a big motherfucker, dude. He's like 6'2" in middle school.
He's huge and Matt is strong as a fuck.
He hits him like not in the face like a fuck, but he hits him like on the shoulder with it, dude. Like full ass like swing.
No, remember, and then he got him on the hand. Yeah. And so it was the worst because he was like, like it was like a combo. So he hits him, he swings it, kind of like horizontally.
Yeah, he swings it horizontally to the shoulder, and then
Imagine like a nunchuck attack.
yes. So because of that, dude who got hit is like, like he's freaking out, and both of his hands are kind of like in front of him. And so he sees the open hand and he goes downward, like more of a fucking vertical strike right to the knuckles with a fucking cue ball, dude.
Oh my God.
What is this guy working for Merrill Lynch right now or something?
No,
I mean,
he's actually probably pretty successful. This guy.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Crazy.
saying. He's
Yeah.
working for Merrill Lynch or
He hit me up a couple years ago. He's actually doing just
Yeah,
fine.
no, this guy was pretty
Holy
solid.
shit,
solid
dude.
guy. I think we just for
You
that
don't
couple
see
years,
shit like this.
we really fucked him up, man.
Dude, we pants people. I remember some guy was taking a piss. I just shoved him into the urinal. Like, we did horrible things to people there. And you know what? It's pretty funny. I think we probably are responsible for destroying so many people's like comprehension.
Yo, yeah.
Like
I mean,
reality. We loved it. It was so much fun. But,
well, I'm glad you guys had a lot of fun.
but
Yeah,
30 years
great.
later.
30 years.
30 years later.
Everyone's going to therapy now, and
Oh yeah, dude. So many fucking rehab bills, I bet. Hopefully they never fucking sue us for it.
but we're thriving.
Yeah. We are.
Well,
Jesus. You
guys.
know what? Sometimes I wonder why I had it hard for a little bit. Now I realize because I was just I literally was a harbinger of like illness to people. I was like one of the signs of the pestilence.
hey, it's all right, man. At least you know it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There you go. At least you know
Hey,
it.
you know what though? In the end, it came out good, right?
Everyone has fun. You know, these guys are getting beat up by cue balls. They have memories too, which is like
God, dude.
fun. I'm sure of
I
it.
cannot believe I shoved that guy into the urinal.
It was
completely into it. He had to go home and change his clothes.
Yeah, the guy who got hit, I don't really know what happened to him. To be honest with you.
I didn't. I still know his
I don't know what happened to. We don't know what
I
happened.
want to say
him.
his name.
Probably not good.
No, he had the worst year. He got cue balled, and
He
then
got pants
he got-
too. He was the one who got pants on the track. It was in the track, dude, in front of everybody.
dude, that was the greatest thing. It was in front of like the girls' track team.
And you know who did it?
Remember?
The guy that we had suckered into hitting him with the cue ball. It was the same
It was
dude.
the same dude. He was on
Dude,
a
what is
rampage that year.
What
That
is
guy.
up with that?
I was actually pretty worried he was going to become a serial killer for a little bit because, dude, like he was one of those scary dudes. Like he was just like, he even had like that, like,
Man, you
dude.
took it far.
oh no, he had no boundaries at all.
Holy shit, dude. Well,
Greatest
now he's
shit ever.
highly successful banker or
Oh,
whatever.
he's probably making like 100 million. I think he was on Trump's campaign.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. Well, we know what kind of quality.
Yeah, well, of course. Anyway,
All right. Well, I think this is a pretty fun one, gentlemen. What was I say? Oh, hey, I got a Twitch handle now. So Big FX1. So I'm gonna be throwing it out there pretty soon. I might be trying to live stream some Cyberpunk 2020. It's not the biggest game, but I may also do some twitching with Rick here, and he can commentary while I get my ass beaten FIFA.
I'm sure you do just fine.
Oh, it's horrible. It's so bad. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to throw that out there pretty soon, guys. Try to get probably after next week. Next week I'm off all next week, so I'm gonna definitely do some Twitch.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Let me know when,
maybe we
man.
can get together. Yeah. I'll bug you, and I'll bug you. We'll see if we can get you in.
let's do it.
You on PS4? No.
No.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I have twins, man. I don't
You
got
need to
time for
go
that
to the
shit, man.
store immediately and go buy a PS4.
I didn't even know how to turn that thing on, dude. I'm trying to be like, okay, where's the button? You know.
You hit a button, Bendo. You know what? You're worse than me.
Dude, let me ask you a question.
love video games. You fucking love them.
Let me ask you a question. Do people still buy CDs for video games, or is it all online now?
No, they still do.
It's
But
both.
I
It's
do a lot
all-
of digital downloads now because it's easier. I go to the store, and usually
Yeah.
it's most of the time the same price. So
Yeah.
just download it digitally. But I did get Cyberpunk, the real copy, because I got it from Amazon. They don't sell. If you pre-ordered, I got like $20 off.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah.
okay, that's right. You should.
Yeah, I do a lot of that bullshit. But yeah,
Cool.
man. But yeah, so it is a fun one, guys. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be trying to do some Twitch streams soon. Trying to do that. Rick's going to be stripping pretty soon, so
Yeah.
we'll let you know his live dates for that.
His live dates. I'm definitely looking forward to that. His
So-
OnlyFans account.
Sweet.
Dude,
Rick's OnlyFans
I'm gonna be
Rick's
the gram,
also
dude.
open for cameos, so you know, he loves doing cameos. He's been doing them pretty hardcore lately, right, Rick?
Yeah.
Rocking that cameo account. So yeah, you know, just let us know. He's willing to do anything. If you got that $1, he'll make you holler. But yeah. Okay. So no, we're cutting out. But yeah. So with that, interesting.
See y'all later.
See you later, and hopefully we're not canceled. So night guys, it was fun.
Check us out on Instagram. I've been trying, man. I'm putting in some serious work on these promos.
He is. These promos are fucking stellar.
They're starting to piss my wife off too because I'm showing too much of the house. The first one I did, not the first one, the second one. The second one I did when I was frying the egg rolls. She's like, "Oh fuck!" Like there's so much shit in the background because I just cut up a bunch of Amazon boxes, so it looks like we live in a fucking.
Like you live in
I'm taking. So, dude, if you don't like these videos, just know I'm catching shit for these because I'm showing.
Give some likes.
I'm showing
guys.
too much of the house, man. I'm trying, dude. But
Give
anyway,
some likes and some love. You know, get these things going viral because you know what? It takes a lot of work to get these to get the frying.
you know what I mean. I think they're funny, but
I think they're fucking hilarious.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
I love that shit. So yeah, you guys give us some love on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias. You know, say what's up to all the who's. You know, just hook us up, all right? Because we ready to roll. All the who's, you know what I'm saying? Tell all the who's, say what's up, you know, just keep it real. Tell them, you know, just you know, keep your balls straight. But yeah, you guys have a good night, and we'll catch you later.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.